Thanks very much for coming out on a Saturday morning. Really appreciate your time. We hope we've got a really informative day for everyone here today. I'm sure there'll be some more stragglers coming through soon. We've had an enormous response to this 2024 conference, which is fantastic. I think it endorses what we do and what we did last year and what we've got planned again for this year to try and provide all the information that you need to kickstart your season ahead for the year. So for those who don't know me, my name's Jason Reddick. I'm the CEO of the VAFA. It's great to see so many familiar faces in the room, and a special welcome to those new committee people or new club representatives that are joining us for the first time. I wish you well for the season, and I look forward to meeting you and supporting you and your club throughout the year. Just to start the day off by acknowledging the traditional owners of the country on which we play our great game and at this venue, and I wish to pay my respects to them, their culture and their elders past and present. I wanted to begin today's event by just giving an update on our board of directors. Last year we had an AGM in December, and we had an appointment of a new president, and I'd like Paul Newton to stand up and just to be acknowledged by our member clubs who's joining us as the president this year. Great to have Paul on board, and looking forward to the year ahead under his leadership. Also joining us for the first time and joining the board, Martin Callagher. Martin, if you could also make yourself known to the members of the club, and welcome Martin onto the board. Very experienced VAFA club person, and again, great to have his skill set with us. Also from our board today, we've got with us is Nicole Hall, again, with background experience at club level with the MCC. Tim Hable is in the room as well. I saw Tim. Yep, Tim with a hand up there. Thanks for joining us, Tim. I think Anthony Ahmad and Sarah Del Bosque are also going to join us. I'm not sure that they're arrived as yet. We've got some apologies from Yvonne Delac, who can't make it, and also Vicky Durston. She had a fair excuse. She's with the Prime Minister at the moment, just announcing a new $1.5 million fund grant for the Breast Cancer Network Australia, which she's worked on heavily. So fantastic for her to be engaging with the Prime Minister, and so we let her off today's session. I think it'd be worth noting also for everyone's attention that we do have 3 vacancies on the board. The board called for expressions of interest, which concluded yesterday at 5 o'clock. The great news is we've had 15 high quality candidates apply for those 3 positions. So it's great to see such interest in our association, and from people of high calibre, and they're from everywhere. We've got regional people, interstate people, and so the board will go through a process over the coming weeks to shortlist candidates, run interviews, with the approach to have those appointments made by the 1st of March, and we'll announce those obviously to clubs in due course. As well as the board, we've also had a few changes on staff. For those who deal in football matters specifically, Matt Collister's decided to go and try and clean up the mess at Netball Australia, and he's joined the national network over there. So we've been able to fulfil his role with some promotions internally. Dale Christie has stepped up as General Manager. Dale brings a wealth of experience, having worked both at De La Salle, Frankston Footy Club and St Kilda Footy Club. So he certainly knows what's going on, and he's worked under Matt for 6 months. So we've really got a lot of confidence that Dale can take us to the next level. Ably supported by Gabriella Martin. Gabriella's again shown herself to be a great operator in our organisation, very dedicated, and she's stepping up to be the operations manager in football. So it's great to be able to promote those. We are at present advertising for a coordinator to come in underneath, and I think we've got 8 interviews and some real high quality candidates to look at. So the VAFA is certainly an organisation that people want to come to and belong at. So that's great to see. And Steve Privatera, a dad for the first time, is first day back after changing nappies and 2 hours sleep last night, was it, Steve? So he'll continue to drive our umpire management and drive the recruitment and the operations of that. And he's an experienced man. So really happy with where our football's focused at. Our commercial team will again be guided by Glenn Towers, who's doing a terrific job in growing our commercial partnerships and driving more revenue into the organisation. Well supported by our media manager, Cam Voss, and our events and commercial operations operator, Susan Miller. So some experienced heads in there. On the broadcasting front, we're going to lose one of our favourites. Joey Pignataro has been taken up to higher honours. It was always going to be the case with our operators. As soon as they show such good form, they certainly go to higher levels. So Joey's got some roles at AFL and VFL level, which is, we wish him well in those, and Triple M, I think it is, and TV. He's on everything, Joey. He's got a hand in everything. So we'll be looking to replace his role in our broadcasting space. So you'll see some advertising for that coming up shortly. In the community and club support, Sean Walker, he's the best in the business in our industry, and he continues to do well. We've recently added Pranav Menon. Pranav, are you in the room? Yep. So Pranav's important for clubs because this is our club support focus. This is the area where we want to come out and support the clubs in any way we can, whether it be templates, whether it be resources, whether it be best practice advice, or just helping you, guide your way through all the challenges that come your way. So that's our focus, to support our clubs. So Pranav and Sean will take that on board. I want to thank our commercial partners that have joined us today, starting with our premium partner, William Buck. We're into our 9th year with William Buck as a sponsor, and it's fantastic to have such a key sponsor on such a long-term relationship. Hones Glen, of course, hosting us again today at their venue. Again, another long-term sponsorship, and we look forward to that partnership continuing. Also want to encourage you to make your way through the trade fair. We've got numerous suppliers out there that are making their time to engage and meet with you face-to-face and help you with the products that they provide. There's going to be a break between 11 and 11:40 where you can engage with them through the trade fair and throughout the day. It's headed by Sharon. They've just extended their contract with the VAFA recently, which we announced last year. At an iconic football, it was never any change, so I think we were going to really move. Grilled have stepped up, increased their sponsorship after their first year with us last year, so that's great that they're doing that. They'll be on the umpires' uniforms this year. McMahon Hire Services, we use them through the finals period, and so anyone who needs any equipment, Anthony McMahon's the person to go to there. Comwire IT, they're helping someone like me who's got no idea about IT navigate their way through Google and Microsoft and the changes in between. So, we secured them after they'd been involved at, I think, Richmond Footy Club and a few other AFL clubs. So they're at the high level. Heaps Normal, non-alcoholic drinks, obviously a great connection to amateur football. I was on the Bonza flight to Bundaberg where they were serving that drink, and for those people who've got to jump in a car at the end of a flight and travel for an hour and a half, it's the best product to utilise, and it tastes good from a beer drinker. So see Johnny outside for some opportunities to partner with them throughout the year and make some money during the games. Rebecca from Club Connect is out there. She's running a raffle today, so just go and meet with her. There's no cost to that, so she's got some product available, so she can help you out from Club Connect. Victor Sports are with us again this year, which is fantastic. Have been involved with the VAFA for a long time, so it's good to have them. John and Jason from TLA and Puma are here. I know they're looking after a number of clubs, so they've got a stall, as has Jeremy Heffernan, as always, a long-time VAFA person with Star Sub, and again, probably has the majority of our clubs there. Belgravia Apparel, Shane Watson's out there with New Balance products. For someone like me with a Triple E foot, it's good to have a shoe that fits, so New Balance is certainly a way to go on that front. We've got the Victorian Responsible Gambling Foundation with us, and also Premium Data. So please make yourself known to each of those suppliers and and make those connections. They can help your club out throughout the year. In terms of our presentations today, I suppose what I wanted to talk about was we've tried to put together an informative session. Everyone's time's precious, and you've given up your time today. So these are really the key talking points that we have on the agenda. From football's point of view, probably the hottest topic at the moment is Play HQ, and that's across the industry. I was on a Zoom call yesterday with every metropolitan league. So Play HQ is going to be a challenge to ensure that we move across as smoothly as we can. And we've got support there today with Danielle Cornwell being on hand to help our clubs through that, and there'll be a presentation on that. Concussion is another big issue. It's great to have Stuart McDonald from Monash University with us to give us a presentation, along with Afifa Lutfi from Specialist Direct. She's going to talk about an injury management system which will be provided to clubs in 2024 free of charge following a pilot program that we did last year. It will certainly help all clubs in terms of managing player injuries and recording concussion incidents, which is going to be a really key element of record keeping for clubs going forward. And of course, melees. We raised far too much money from melees fines last year, and we don't want that to be the case. I don't want to see the staff. The staff were telling me that our end of season trips should be to Hawaii based on the melee raising. So we've got to try and do what we can to reduce that. So we'll have a session on that, and we've got Guy Hexter from our umpires to give a session on how we can approach that together and limit that in our competition. In club support matters, we've got some external suppliers coming through from AFL Victoria. It's great to have Paul Milo and Georgia Case with us, so thank you for joining us, and they'll talk about a number of projects and opportunities that clubs have to engage with AFL Vic and their programs. From Tackle Your Feelings in our mental health program, which has been really successful, the rollout. I think this year we're looking at doing about 30 sessions on the back of around 18 last year. So, Dan Maloney will give a presentation on that. So we're looking forward to hearing about that program for those clubs that haven't done that as yet. Certainly addressing that mental health space, which is so key. Simon Rodder and Emily Fox will be talking about breaking barriers, part of our inclusive value, and how we can be clubs to engage with our communities and be inclusive, which is a key aspect of the VAFA. I think it's the one thing that really stands our competition apart from most others is, the values that we hold in terms of being inclusive and open and community-minded, and these are the things we should really focus on to attract our players and continue our pathways going forward. We've got Jake Colvin from InPlay Digital joining us to talk about some media solutions. So media is obviously one way of promoting your club, attracting sponsors, attracting players, and he'll talk about some templates that we can put up very easily for your club to limit the volunteer time that takes. And we know that volunteers are scarcer these days, and requirements are getting larger and larger. So anything we can do to reduce the time factor is going to be important. So that'll be an important presentation. From the ASF, Ben Durance is going to talk about fundraising. So anyone who's got any projects and how they can make that come to light, he'll give some ideas on best practice there. And Lockie McKenzie from Love the Game, all about responsible gambling, will also talk. So to our external presenters, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to your deliverance of some vital information for our clubs. And just to our staff, I'd like to take this time to thank especially Sean and Dale and Gabby, who've done an amount of work to put this together and make this day a valuable one for you. So that's all from me. I hope you enjoy the occasion, and I look forward to getting around and meeting you all at some stage, either through the day or through the year, and I wish you and your clubs the very best for the season ahead. Good on you. Thank you.